Today is June 9th, I think. Let me double check. 10th. June 10th, 2024. It's Monday morning, about 9 a.m. Last night I didn't sleep too good. I slept pretty late, and this morning I was thinking to sleep in a little bit, but couldn't. Alice had to go to school. This is the last week of her regular elementary school before before the summer vacation starts after this Friday. Yeah, it was a bit challenging to get her up today. Yeah, and then normally in the mornings I do some meditation. Since I'm not working these days, I do have a little time to after I wake up, usually for a couple of hours, I do meditation, a gratitude practice, and also I listen to spiritual talks on Insight Timer app or on YouTube or something. This morning, didn't get to do any of that, but I did a little puja where I had the candle and the little Palo Santo, it's called in English, I think, and in Hindi, it's called dhoop. So I had a little bit of that, and I just realized that I forgot to ring the bell, or how Thich Nhat Hanh would call it as invite the bell, instead of in Buddhism, instead of saying striking the bell or hitting the bell. And what happened in my throat today? It's called inviting the bell, because you want to invite the bell, because bell is like a friend, and you want to get your mind, body, all in the get all in the present moment. That's one way to using the bell, you can get your mind and body to the present moment. I'm also trying to ground myself other ways, like the smell of the Palo Santo or the dhoop. I can still smell it, and it's pretty quiet here. It's really quiet in the house when Alice is not here, so she's at school now, so it's kind of quiet. Yeah, I can hear my voice when I talk, and from far, far away, maybe, I don't know, the lawnmower, or it's the sound of an airplane very far away, just a tiny bit I can hear. But then it does help to I don't know what happened to my throat. To ground myself, and looking at different colors. I have some gratitude card in this room that I have been putting up most days, I would say, and they're different color post-its. So I have all the colors of the rainbow, or the chakra: purple, blue, light blue, dark blue, green, yellow, orange. Instead of red, I guess there is kind of dark pink. Um, so yeah, they're all the colors of the chakra. It does help me to stay connected to the body and the mind. And I have a few other pictures here with the mudra sign and a conscious mind, subconscious mind, and how our thoughts, feelings can have an impact on our actions and the things we speak. And a picture of a galaxy. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I talked about the galaxy picture a lot. This is just to remind myself that how how we are so little in the universe, because when you think of the galaxy, the whole earth itself is pretty tiny, almost insignificant. So from that point of view, our life is even more insignificant. Yeah. And I have a picture of bucket. It's a full bucket, or when our bucket is empty, to remind myself to keep filling my bucket. And I think this videos does help me to fill up the bucket a little bit. I don't know. Does it make me happy? I know it doesn't make me sad, but I think sometimes these videos do make me happy, and sometimes it's a neutral feeling. And in Thich Nhat Hanh books, he would say that when we practice mindfulness, you can transform the neutral feeling to a pleasant feeling. The example he gives is when you have a toothache, that's an unpleasant feeling. But then when the toothache goes away, we don't really think about the toothache anymore, so it becomes a neutral feeling. Whereas if we remember, say a day before we have the toothache and then the next day we don't, then it's a pleasant feeling. So it's almost like remembering how, so I think for me it's like when I make this video, sometime when it's a neutral feeling, kind of remembering that I'm fortunate enough to be able to make this video, that I have the time, and at least my mind had the willingness to make this video so that I stay on track with my mindfulness journey. I think in life, if not anything, what I learned by doing anything by myself, and I guess a lot of people do, since I left my house at 18 years old, left meaning left for college and then working, and then I go home only, home meaning my mom and my brother, sisters, the blood relation people who I have blood relations with, only for a trip or something. And in the last 10 years, I wasn't able to go. love my mom. I miss her. Well, I went last year, last April, after 10 years. Alice was born in 2016. Then I waited until she was a little bit older, like she's 4 or 5 years old, and so that at least I could, even if she's not going, I could leave her here. And right then pandemic hit, and I was planning to go in 2022. I did not, in like around October, but due to my work situation, I ended up postponing it to 2023. All the things that we do for work, right? And that same work a year later suddenly laid me off. Anyway, so I saw my mom after 10 years last April. But I think the good side of it is, that I'm fortunate the way my mom loves me. And I'm one out of 6 kids, so it's not that I'm the only one and she loves me like that. She loves all of us like that. Many people I talk to, they haven't received that love from their parents. When I grew up, I had my brothers and sisters, 3 brothers, 2 sisters. Out of 6 of us, I'm the youngest, and my dad died when I was 6 years old. He had a stroke. But the amount of love I received from my mom, the amount of love I felt from her, and even now, I'm in 40s, she's closer to 80, 78. So I'm grateful for that. She taught me how to love a kid, how a mother can love her child, and I try to pass that on to Alice. And sometimes I, jokingly but somewhat seriously also, I tell her, make sure you pass that on to your kid. And she's only 8 years old. That doesn't mean 100% of the time my mom was perfect. It was not 100% time she was the nicest mom. She did discipline me, but the love that she showed, that outweighed everything else. Hopefully I can do that for Alice. My daughter. Alice is my daughter. Buddha said, life is suffering. We all suffer. At the same time, we also have happiness. I've been listening to that book, I don't know where it is. It's called No Mud, No Lotus by Thich Nhat Hanh. And oh yeah, it's over there. In that book, he talks about how in our life we have suffering and happiness both, and we can always wish for 100% happiness. And I think it's about remembering that you'll never have 100% happiness. When we have the suffering, we just need to know how to suffer well. So that book focuses quite a bit on that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of got into random talking this morning, but I still wanted to keep the practice going with making these mindfulness videos every morning. And I guess this morning I'm feeling all that what I captured, and it's okay. Life is not going to be full of happiness all the time. It's a cycle of happiness and sadness and impermanence, right? By the time I make the next video, I might be feeling better, or I might be feeling same. I don't know. I try to feed my mind with some good, because in Buddhism they say whatever you water grows. So I'll try to water that good side of me, the inspiring, kind, and compassionate version. And the other side, that as I refer on this side, is the sad and depressed version. So I'll try not to feed this. I'm gonna try to feed this so that I'm peaceful. Because I had this Buddha picture in this room, and it says 7 rules, and number 6 is no one is in charge of your happiness except you. So nobody else can make me happy except myself, and in fact myself meaning my own thoughts. Thoughts are everything. Yesterday I read a quote. It said, when you are on this earth, the most time you are going to spend is in your head. So make sure it's a happy place. At least something like that, what it said, because we in our thought is what we are going to spend the majority of our lives. And so we want to make sure it's a happy place, because if it is sad, we are going to have a sad life and we'll be full of suffering. So I gotta train. And yeah, where I was going with that earlier actually was that since 18 years when I left my home and making decisions and everything pretty much on my own, I think it made me a little determined person. A lot of time it's good, and maybe a lot of time it's not a lot of time. Sometimes it's bad, I guess, because I get too determined. But at least in this case, I hope it is a good thing that I decided that this year 2024 is my year of transformation. When it comes to my mind, I want to live a more peaceful life. I want to love myself more, I think, and accept myself more. I think I do, but it's more about um, also kind of when I talk about transformation, it's about getting to that version of me that I can accept more, because we all have good and bad, and I do too, but there are certain aspects of me that I want to change, um, and I want to change it for Alice, because I want her to, because they say as a parent, knowingly or unknowingly, or whichever way, you kind of become a mentor for your kids, and they follow you. They follow you, the good and bad and everything. So I want to be a better, I want to model good behavior. I want to do good, and I won't be perfect, but I want to do my best for my daughter. And I have seen how my mom, she studied a little bit, but she didn't even go to formal school, but her wisdom is so much that I learned so much from her. So I hope someday Alice can say that about me. So I try. I'll keep trying. I don't promise to be perfect, because perfection doesn't exist. But I want to be better for her. And I want to get back to some of those bucket filler days for her. She broke her arm for the second time. So that makes it a little hard to go out and do stuff, because she has a cast on her arm. We can go much to the playground for her to play, because it's kind of risky. Anyway, I think I should stop the video and figure out a way to keep feeding my good side, so that my mind changes to that side, and it starts focusing on the things that I am grateful for. And I'm so grateful that I still feel the connection with the sun and the blue sky and the trees. I'm looking outside the window as I say that, and I really do. I do feel the connection with this constant in life, the Mother Earth. It makes me feel good thinking that. It's the same Mother Earth that I'm standing on, that thousands of miles away. My mom is also standing. It's 7 o'clock, so she's probably taking it easy. She usually 7 o'clock at night in India. She watches a little TV in the evening, and then she rests. She has a lot of knee pain. Okay, I think it's time. I'm gonna finish this video after taking 3 deep breaths. And as I finish the video, I will try my best to stay in the present moment, because a lot of the thought that I had and I kept talking about is past and future, and not really about the present. And that is what happens when we are not tied to the present moment. We suffer more, because in Buddhism they say if you're depressed, you're thinking about the past, and if you're worried, you are in the future. So happiness lives in the present, here and now. So I'm going to try to do that. Hopefully by the time I make the next video, I can be more grounded at the present moment. Okay, bye.